down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Ducks offense will have the football first. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses a defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Leaves it with the back. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Yeah, run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
Gets it out quickly. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Yes. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch.
And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill house it. Touchdown, Ducks! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
That is how you get your playmaking wide receiver in the game early. First series, they scripted this. They want to get him the football. They get him the football, and he does the rest. Gets the big touchdown, the opening drive of the game.
Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. So Northwestern's offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Finds his man. It's Ellington. And just a short. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories.
He's into the open water. Making with a huge chunk of yardage. He's coming just outside the 11. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourself. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Absolutely perfect. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on
Personal
the field.
foul.
Let's see what's up.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. We love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already is his fifth rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Kelly. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Makes the grab over there. And the defense holds firm. No pickup on that play.
Offense just trying to get the ball to the receiver quickly out in space to the perimeter of the field. But how about the speed of the linebacker? Able to close and make that tackle. That's impressive.
On third down, he drops to throw. And he dropped it. If a ball would roll like that would be a catch. And he just got too excited. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll return it from the 50. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Going to swing it on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Ellington. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in first territory now. He's a 15-yard pickup. They've got it at the 36 on first and 10. Pressure coming. Here's a hit. On the move and looking deep. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. The give on the option. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about running out.
Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football.
There he goes. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. He wants to change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Got his man on the right. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach. You know, and the second one, usually he takes me.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. He'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this thing third to mid-range. You got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. Trying to pound it in. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here. That's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Wildcats have it back. Northwestern offense headed out. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive, and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle of this 3rd possession. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Makes the grab. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The Ducks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal.
This coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Now on the counter. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Off the play fake. Grab behind the line. It's Punga. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. The give to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Northwestern will send out the punt team. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Making adjustments. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. Turning it on. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the tail. first down.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Just about as basic as you can get and effective if you execute.
Well executed. QB, nice job putting the football out in front of his receiver where he can advance.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moving forward just a few. The Ducks lining up, just needing a few tough pitches on 3rd down. On the move. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
The Ducks back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The lone back's got it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll keep it on the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to get it through the air. It's complete to the left. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be fine to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, let it get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. UCLA is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tennessee.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's got an open man.
We are the eyes and ears of a college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting...
Intercepted, a 1st half turnover to swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the 1st half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the 1st half.
Flyers to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Kelly. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Got it. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Touchdown, Oregon! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Breaks into the open. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking downfield on first down. Lofts one high and deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston.
And the Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak. Very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of speed.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Bring in the Heat. On target. Goes out of bounds at the 25, and that's the way to get it out of your own end. Northwestern will have to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. They knock him down at the 40, but he picks up 5, and it'll be enough for a first down. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Good little bit short of the sticks. The Ducks can really attack on this second and short. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop it.
In football, you hear the term quick double quick. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball in quick, but obviously was inaccurate.
Pulled down line as they inch closer and closer to Pater. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep...
The guy they want to feature, that's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense taking away that primary read and making sure they don't make a big play.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Northwestern will send out the punt team. Catches it at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Firing to the right, complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. The short hands. It's Kelly. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because it
fires toward the end zone. He's got it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Let's go! Takes a snap, wants to throw. Fired in there, but incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. Quarterback of this guy's caliber, missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Second down, he'll throw it. Wide out, trying to get it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Quarterback will keep it. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from Peter. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll
Most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wildcats have it back to Northwestern offense headed out. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. They'll run play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ellington. Stopped at the 44, and he got 10 on the play. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on first and 10. They'll leave it with him. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Snap from the gun on third down. Working that left side now. Just what they hoped for on third down as they've got first at the 32. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give on the inside. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. To the air, it's Garrison. There's the pressure. A strike downfield. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They got nothing on the last play at second and 10.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chain. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap to the back. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down. They might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. And the Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Touchdown, Wildcats! Quick strike through the air for a score. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead of how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Hey, Ryan, keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout the season that I can have some more success. today, but I'm looking for the future.
He'll bring it out. It's Kelly. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Got room to work. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Offense has it at the 28 on first down.
Here we go.
Rides the back and leaves it. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware. But you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete to the right. Bust through behind his pad. There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
And there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not...
Got some room headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
On the ready.
And the Ducks have it in scoring position on first and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did.
He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA in a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about. Western Kentucky is going to walk off the field there in Bowling Green with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. One game, I know, fellas, but it could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in CUSA.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Scanning the field, it's Garrison. Oh, they're after him. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there strapping the ball.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Northwestern moving the ball expeditiously.
Let's go!
DBs right up on the receivers. Under fire. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think, put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They're working that left side. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of a first down. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Skips away from pressure. Finding an escape route. Took care of it himself. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend don't break mentality you're seeing right now. And this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Intercepted! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to pass. It's Garrison. Slings it downfield. Complete to the left. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Northwestern ready to dial one up on 1st down. Makes the catch. At midfield is good. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. They stop him just a league or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. Well, this one had all the